Gran Turismo Sport being played here on the PlayStation 4 Pro. What a day today. My ultra-massive video game console guide 2 launches on Amazon, and my copy of Gran Turismo Sport, the limited edition, arrived at my door in space after the mailman was scared to death by the space dog. Once again. The first thing that I did was use my code and get all of my free credits and a bunch of free cars. The first car that I bought was the Nissan GTR because I can't find a 1990s Nissan Z. Where is it? Where's the El Camino? Not nearly as many cars in this game, or at least I don't think there are. It's one of my first races that we're watching here. It certainly looks nice. Van Halen does not appear to be on the soundtrack. That's a negative, but a bunch of stuff I never heard of is, and of course I turned it all off, so you won't be hearing it. Driving with the Thrustmaster T300 RS. Most of the assists are off. I'm using auto shifting for the first couple days or two here as I've learned the tracks. This is a new track called Dragon's Tail. It's pretty tricky. Looks great though. I like this one. It's fun. You can really feel the weight of the car. The Thrustmaster works well with Gran Turismo. It feels a lot like Assetto Corsa, one of the more realistic sim/arcade style games. It's actually hard to jump back into Gran Turismo after playing Drive Club VR for a while. That's a very different game. That's way more arcade style. This one, you have to actually brake with some sort of, respect for the laws of virtual physics here in this game. I've not tried the VR yet, but I am looking forward to that. Figured I would just learn these tracks and relax. In the non-VR, as much as I love the PlayStation VR headset, it is a bit stifling after a while. This turn here is pretty tricky. Gotta slow down a lot. Hang a left and then a right. There's a bunch of different modes in Gran Turismo. I'm just learning the game. The menus are confusing. Most of these new games have confusing menu layouts. They used to be so simple on the Atari. Just select if you want invisible Space Invaders or not, and play the game. We're watching the arcade mode here. There's obviously a big multiplayer component to the game, which I haven't tried out yet, but learning the tracks and earning experience seems to unlock new tracks and earn credits like you would expect from Gran Turismo. So I'm just driving this track over and over and over again. Memorized it in about 3 races. It's a nice track. It's tricky. That turn there is a tough one. Slammed into the back of a Ferrari because I can. And I don't have to pay for it, which is nice. Here's a fun part of the track. You can squeeze through there, and I really wanted to run him into the wall there, but in one of the other races I actually almost, I got him on the side, but then he bounced into me and I crashed and exploded. This has the pole position ending. When you crash, you just explode and your wheels go flying all over the place. You don't, but that would be cool if you did. Gotta watch that turn. The GTR's a heavy car, and you can really feel that in this game. It's like driving a computer. It's not like one of the Ferraris at all. You can't just whip this thing around the corners and stuff. You just got to drive it in a very, rigid fashion is the best way to drive the GTRs. But they are fast, and they do have a lot of grip. Until you lose it, then you're screwed. That was actually kind of sloppy right there. Thundering out of those turns. Beautiful game. I really can't wait to actually just drive around in VR and just sort of admire everything, but could use some more cars. I imagine they put so much work into digitizing and scanning them now that they can't do the volume that they used to. Where's my 600 different Honda Civics to choose from? I don't believe they're in the game, so Or they'll just, hit you with DLC. Just the way they do it these days. Do we get Drive Club? Do we get Gran Turismo Amiibo? Do I have to buy like a Hot Wheels with an Amiibo base to activate new cars? Like, I could see them going that route. At least you would get something physical for your money. Mario Kart, this is not. That turn was downright sloppy, so I got past. But it'll be a nice ending. I installed machine guns on the front of this thing. Well, I wanted to. I don't think the game will let me. Right there. Bam, into the wall. It was actually a little trickier than it looked. Looked like that was easy there. That wasn't easy. That took some real, like, road rash kind of skills there. You'll be seeing some more Gran Turismo Sport footage as I just play my way through the game and ramble incoherently about 1980s cartoons. Like Adventures of the Galaxy Rangers. Which has nothing to do with this game, except it's awesome, so it has that in common with it. Classic Game Room has been brought to you by the ultra-massive video game console guide, 230 pages of video games on Amazon.com, retro megatreks, and how to make a video game review show that doesn't suck. And Jesus number 2.